Karens are often extremely frustrating because they think they are above the law and believe everyone should follow their personal rules. What happens when these individuals misuse their authority at work and end up getting arrested while on the job? From refusing to leave work while drunk to stealing from the cash register. There are various instances when entitled individuals get arrested at work. Please like this video and subscribe to CopStream to stay updated on these cases. Let's start with what might be one of the most shocking cases.
Oh, this isn't resisting!
This is resisting.
This is not resisting!
Most people eagerly anticipate the end of their workday, but these officers were about to encounter a woman who is adamant about staying at work, even after being fired. On February 20, 2023, two officers responded to a call about a heavily intoxicated employee at a car dealership. She had arrived at work that day on time and was completely sober, but as the day went on, both employees and customers noticed her becoming increasingly drunk. After confirming her condition, the company decided to fire her. However, she was not willing to leave.
While on the job. So we just terminated her like probably 10 minutes before I called you guys. And she's refusing to leave.
Hi ma'am, how are you?
Hi.
You doing okay?
Yeah, hi, what's your name?
I am Officer Carfoni from Police.
Hi, how may I help you?
No, how may I help you? What's going on?
Nothing.
Do you have any idea why I'm here?
No clue. Just
Would you like to know what I'm here for?
That's your problem.
Well, I know what I'm here for. That might be your problem, actually. That might be a business of yours.
I'm also in law school if you want to take down my lawyer's information.
Well, I don't want to talk to you just yet. You just ignore me.
Yeah,
that's her desk.
The situation began when one of the employees downstairs overheard the woman on the phone discussing her drinking while on the job. The owner then decided to terminate her employment about 10 minutes before calling the police. The woman was refusing to leave despite being fired. When the officers arrived, one introduced himself and began to ask her questions. She responded evasively, claiming she didn't know why they were there and expressing confusion about their purpose. She mentioned being in law school and offered her lawyer's contact information, indicating she didn't want to engage with the officers. It quickly became apparent how drunk she was, and her behavior was both avoidant and combative. The owner had asked her to leave multiple times, but she ignored these requests and continued working. As the officers questioned her, her delusional behavior became more pronounced.
You obviously are professional.
Hey, man, so it's my understanding they're terminating your employment here at the Chevrolet?
Well, what's confirmed is that I need to have someone pick me up.
You guys officially?
Yes, we did. Her mom was on the phone after I
Yeah,
called
my
her
mom said that she was on the way.
Her mom said she's not coming to pick her
Let her
up.
know.
No, let me put my mom on speaker.
You need to leave the dealership.
The officer informed her that, based on their understanding, her employment at the Chevrolet dealership had been terminated. She then insisted that she needed someone to pick her up and questioned whether the police had officially asked her to leave the property. The officer confirmed that she had been asked to leave and mentioned that her mother, who had been on the phone, said she would not come to pick her up. The officer urged her to leave the dealership immediately, explaining that her refusal to do so was making the situation worse. By staying on the property, she was trespassing, and her employer had the right to call the police. The officer warned that if she continued to refuse to leave, she could face a serious number of charges, but she seemed to believe she knew better than the law. In the given situation, the woman's refusal to leave the property after being terminated and her evasive behavior towards the police can result in significant legal consequences under U.S. law. Firstly, her refusal to vacate the property after being fired constitutes criminal trespassing. Under U.S. law, criminal trespassing occurs when someone remains on private property after being asked to leave. This is typically classified as a misdemeanor, which can result in penalties such as fines up to $1,000 and after imprisonment for up to 1 year, depending on the jurisdiction. Secondly, her behavior towards the officers, including her evasive responses and reluctance to engage properly, can be construed as resisting law enforcement. In the U.S., resisting arrest or obstructing justice involves refusing to comply with lawful police orders or interfering with their duties. This offense can also be categorized as a misdemeanor or felony depending on the severity. Penalties may include fines, probation, and half-or imprisonment, which can range from several months to multiple years.
Okay, so I asked my mom to come on the...
You up.
So what's my mom's name?
I don't know. She was on the phone.
We're telling you need to leave. You're gonna be trespassed.
So I can't call my mom and ask her to
They
pick me
don't
up?
want you to use their phones, okay?
So I can't ask my mom to come pick me up?
You can use your phone, not mine.
You have a phone?
Mommy, this is my mom.
She attempted to call her mother using her own phone. However, before she could finish the call, the officers decided they had enough of her attempts to delay the situation and moved in to arrest her. As expected, the woman tried to make the process as difficult as possible for the officers.
Okay, I've had enough. We're going outside. We're
Are
going
you
outside.
touching me?
Let's go outside. We've asked you to leave. Let's go.
Have your purse.
We're going outside. Time to go outside.
I will pick myself up, but don't touch me.
Okay, let's go outside.
Okay,
We've
let me
asked you
grab
to
my
leave.
purse. Okay,
Outside.
but my lip gloss.
Bro.
Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you
We've
guys?
asked you to leave. It's
I
time
don't
to
give
go.
a fuck. Let's check out my mouth.
Alright, put your hands behind your back. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Bro, stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, this isn't resisting.
This is resisting.
This is not
Stop
resisting.
resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm literally
Do it.
innocent. I'm innocent.
This could have been super simple and you could have just left.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Purse, my stuff. My purse. That's my purse. That's my phone. You know what, you guys? This whole company's gonna be sued. Come on, take me up, bitch. Take me up, bitch.
Well, you could have just left like.
I wanted to leave.
Run around
I don't give a fuck. What? I'm in law school. I have a clean record. I wanted to leave. I tried to leave. They wouldn't let me.
It didn't seem like that.
They wouldn't let me.
Other way.
Take this shit off of me before.
They're not coming off.
The woman became increasingly agitated as the officers insisted she leave the premises. She repeatedly said she would leave, but demanded that the officers not touch her. She asked to grab her purse and other personal items, like her lip gloss, while arguing that she was not resisting arrest and claiming her innocence. Despite her protests and attempts to delay the situation, the officers moved forward with the arrest. She continued to argue, expressing frustration and making threats to sue the company. Although these threats were largely baseless, given that she was charged with disturbing the peace, trespassing, and resisting arrest. Her intoxicated state and combative behavior only worsened her legal situation. In the end, she was charged with disturbing the peace, trespassing, and resisting arrest. The scene then shifts to another individual attempting to evade the law, demonstrating that trying to escape legal consequences can happen whether or not someone is under the influence.
You gotta back up. You gotta back up. You gotta back up. You keep running up on me. He slammed a girl.
On July 12, 2022, a reckless driver started causing chaos in the streets of New York, prompting several people to call 911. The NYPD quickly spotted the suspect's vehicle, and an officer decided to pull it over to question the driver before the situation could escalate further. However, the officer was unprepared for what he would encounter just minutes later.
I'm doing DoorDash.
DoorDash?
Yeah, I got my, title and everything for the bike.
You need a license plate for it now, so you can order to use it.
Went through it, you can see on the DoorDash thing and everything. I can use the bike for DoorDash. I'm picking up a delivery right now.
You can't have this on the road.
Wait, it's on the sidewalk. Yeah, it's a 49cc though.
Doesn't matter.
The driver claimed she was working for DoorDash and had the necessary paperwork and title for her bike. She argued that she didn't need a license plate for her bike, as it was a 49XC model, and insisted she was using it for delivery. However, the officer explained that regardless of the bike's size, it must be registered in New York State to be legally on the road. In New York, according to vehicle and traffic laws is 401, all motor vehicles, including motorcycles and scooters, must be registered with the Department of Motor Vehicles DMV and display a valid license plate. Specifically, even a 49C bike, which is classified as a motor vehicle, must comply with registration requirements to be legally operated on public roads. Reckless driving, as defined under New York penal law as 121.12, can result in a 30-day jail sentence for a first offense. If the driver has previous convictions for similar offenses, the penalties can be more severe, including extended jail time. Additionally, operating an unregistered vehicle without proper plates can lead to further legal consequences and fines. If the driver has previous offenses, the sentence could be longer. Additionally, the bike being used for the delivery job had no license plates, compounding the issue.
If you're using it on the road, you have to have it registered to New York State.
Do you have any paperwork for it at all?
Yes, I do. I can show you right now.
I can see your license.
Yes, everyone?
Yeah.
You understand? I'm doing Uber Eats. I'm doing a job. She has a license.
You were driving this.
Yeah, but I drive it too.
Yeah, but she was driving.
I'm about to show you my title to the bike, sir. I'm just trying to.
I understand, man. But you need to have a license.
I'm doing a job.
Instead of of addressing the problem, the driver began to argue with the officers, showing a determination to complete her deliveries despite the legal issues. The driver insisted that she didn't understand the issue, arguing that she had a license for her job. She was also determined to show the officer the title for her bike, trying to explain her situation. However, despite her desire to return to work, the reality was that driving without a proper license could lead to an additional 15 days in jail. She needed to prove she had a valid license, but instead, she made a reckless decision that would likely result in even more trouble.
My main question is, there's no driver on the vehicle. I'm getting away.
Stop fighting! Trying to take my fight! Come on, I'm doing it! Yes, I'm not a citizen! I'm not a citizen of arrest!
Under arrest! You're under arrest!
I'm not a citizen of arrest!
It's almost comical how the woman insisted she wasn't resisting arrest while she was simultaneously running with her bike, struggling on the ground, and pushing away from the officers. She'd already placed herself in a difficult situation, but she could have reduced the severity of the consequences by simply showing her license. Instead, she opted to make things more complicated. The situation quickly escalated as bystanders started to interfere, further intensifying the already tense scenario.
Yo, sister, loosen up! Loosen up!
I am!
Sister, relax! Back up, don't touch me! You scared too?
I'm scared?
Yeah, you scared too?
You gotta back up.
You gotta back up!
You gotta back
You
up.
keep running up on me!
I'm not running up on you.
Keep recording me!
You don't need to be...
He slammed a girl for no reason! He slammed on the floor! Raised in a white neighborhood, and you scared of black people!
This bystander made some bold claims, but the suspect was indeed attempting to escape. In New York, police officers are authorized to use physical force if necessary to arrest someone, prevent escape, or protect persons or property from harm. During this time, tensions were already high regarding police actions in New York, which added an additional layer of stress for the arresting officer.
Touch me, I'ma sleep you. I'm not her.
You attacking us a female! Don't worry about it! That's not... You told him I'm doing Uber Eats!
Then provide the vehicle or not run. It's not a run for no reason.
Because yes, he's telling me I need a license. I don't have a license for the bike. Plus, I'm gonna run.
You're resisting. You're upset.
I didn't arrested her.
The driver admitted she did not have a license for her bike and implied that running away was her only option. This was clearly a poor decision. While the outcome of her case is not yet known, she could face substantial fines and even jail time for driving without a license and resisting arrest. Lying to a police officer is always problematic, but it becomes even more serious when you're expected to be a responsible figure. This is exemplified by an elementary school teacher who is about to discover that lying to the police can lead to significant consequences.
From a legal standpoint, I'm going to go ahead and make the arrest.
So you're going to arrest her and take her from here?
Again, there's two ways now. You can view an arrest as she goes to jail, or I could cite and release on her own recognizance, provided she's got somebody that's sober that can come and take possession of her.
In just a few weeks, there were several incidents involving teachers in Oklahoma coming to class intoxicated and causing disruptions. One of these cases occurred in September 2023, when a teacher named Jennifer arrived at school before the first bell had even rung. Her colleagues immediately noticed something was wrong, and the strong smell of alcohol made it clear what the issue was.
How you doing from there?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's almost the end of the week. So what's going on today?
They said they had reports where I was drinking at school, which has never happened.
When was the last time you had anything to drink?
Last night.
How much did you drink?
Just a glass.
All right. Well, would you be willing to submit to some tests?
Yeah.
All right. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to check you for HGM, sobriety test.
The standard field sobriety test is a common method used by police to assess whether a suspect is under the influence, even though it's not always foolproof. Typically, these tests are conducted during traffic stops, but in this case, the teacher is about to undergo a sobriety test right in her own school.
All right. Can you see that right there? Mm-hmm. Okay. I want you to follow this with your eyes and your eyes only. Don't move your head. You understand? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just track on that. Okay, try to keep your head as straight as you can, okay? All right, this is what we call our portable breathalyzer machine.
Depending on the type of breathalyzer machine used by the Oklahoma police, the test can be accurate within 0.1. Therefore, lying about how much you've had to drink before taking one is definitely not a wise decision. Even so, Jennifer continues to insist on her innocence.
Yes.
You don't have to take the test, but this again would be your opportunity to prove this.
Sure.
Okay. You willing to take that test?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't had anything today.
Well, if people have had a really good one on the night before, it can carry over into the next day. But if you had one glass of wine one glass of wine isn't going to carry over into the next day.
No, I mean, I went to sleep.
Okay, what's going to happen is when this thing tells me it's time to blow, I'm going to have you reach over with your mouth and blow into that as hard as you can until I tell you to stop. Big deep breath, blow. Hard. Keep going, keep going.
I don't even know what that
0.06.
is. That
You are just under the legal limit. So if you were to be out driving right now, you would be charged with DWI, driving while intoxicated.
drink today.
Okay.
But I'm under the legal limit, right?
So under the legal limit just means that you're under the legal limit. It shows that there's alcohol in your system. So you are, if you were to be out driving right now, you could still be charged for DWI. Not DUI, but DWI.
Oklahoma has a zero-tolerance policy for drunk drivers, and even being slightly under the limit can still get you into trouble. Although this situation isn't a traffic stop, it's clear that Jennifer should not be at work, let alone in a classroom full of children. Despite this, Jennifer insists she hasn't had a drink at work, and in typical Karen fashion, demands to know who accused her.
It makes me mad for somebody to say that I had stuff here. I've never, and I know it's a small town.
Yeah, like Major Mallinson was saying, that we're not privy to that information. We just get a call and come do it. You know what I mean?
The thing we'll have to do there, just to speak the school language here for a second with you, is just she's not going to come back if she's resignation.
And that's something you'll work out between with her. But from a legal standpoint, I'm going to go ahead and make the arrest.
The school is attempting to handle the situation with minimal disruption by offering Jennifer the chance to resign. If she doesn't take this opportunity, she could be fired, which would not only be embarrassing, but could also jeopardize her chances of securing another teaching job in the future.
Not had any, that's what I'm saying. I haven't had anything today.
Okay, well, again, I don't know your drinking habits. If somebody drinks a lot, and if they run with a normal BAC of, say, about a 0.06 or 0.08, that's what feels normal to them. Okay, from a legal standpoint, you're still intoxicated. When I checked your eyes for horizontal gaze nystagmus, you had every reason you had nystagmus at max deviation. If I had pulled you over, I'm going to be honest with you, you'd have been arrested for driving under the influence. No, today you're going to be arrested for public intoxication.
I would just like to know who drank today.
Well, I'm going to tell you from a legal standpoint, when people call in and report a crime, of any crime, we're not in the business of telling people who made the report.
I know
reasons behind that.
I understand that.
If you think things couldn't get any worse for Jennifer, think again. Her own child is a student at the same school.
Employment here, Jennifer, we can't move forward with you being a teacher here any longer.
Okay, I would like to resign. Can I not be handcuffed out, please?
The police department operates under policies and procedures, and I can't treat you any more different through.
My child is in the 3rd grade hole.
Where's the classroom window at? It doesn't face out to this parking lot right here?
I don't
know.
know.
Okay, we'll be okay. Your ID be in here?
Yeah, I can get it.
I'll get it for you. Once you're in custody, we have to search all belongings, okay?
And put your hands in front of you with your thumbs facing up, please.
Is this going to go like on the news?
Chances are it will, Jennifer. I don't have control over what they put on the news, but there's a good chance that I will be as discreet as I can in terms of how I handle it.
Could we, please, I've never been in trouble in my life.
Even in the face of her arrest, Jennifer's fellow teachers chose to handle the situation with as much dignity as possible, promising to manage it delicately. This was a noble decision, especially considering that she could have endangered the lives of many children. However, despite their efforts to keep things discreet, the case still made the news, serving as a reminder of the importance of ensuring that our children are never placed in the care of dangerous individuals. In Oklahoma, the law imposes strict penalties for public intoxication, especially in environments such as schools where safety and order are paramount. According to Oklahoma Statute Title 21, Section 1125, it is illegal to be intoxicated in any public place where it may disturb the peace or endanger others. This statute applies to schools, where teachers have a duty to ensure the safety and well-being of their students. If a teacher like Jennifer is found intoxicated while on duty, they can face charges of public intoxication, a misdemeanor that may result in a fine of up to $500 and incarceration for up to 30 days. Repeat offenders could face increased fines and longer jail sentences. Beyond criminal penalties, the teacher may also face significant professional consequences. Under the Oklahoma Teacher Certification Code, such behavior could lead to the suspension or revocation of their teaching certificate, making it impossible for them to continue their career in education. These legal and professional repercussions underscore the gravity of the offense, as working under the influence in a school setting is viewed as a severe breach of professional conduct and trust. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more updates and insights. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.